Won't you take me home? Give me reason for...
Hey guys, welcome to Yaguruma. After the success of Sony with PlayStation 2, Sony immediately stepped into the 7th generation with the release of PlayStation 3 in 2006. The release of PlayStation 3 got a lot of criticism from gamers. This is because the selling price is higher than its rivals Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii, which resulted in sales of PlayStation 3 not being in line with sales of PlayStation 2. This high price is comparable to the quality of the graphics produced by this console. PlayStation 3 uses a cell processor which makes games from PlayStation 3 look more realistic than the previous console series. Even the PlayStation 3 game graphics still look good to play today. In addition to graphics, the gameplay is also starting to grow in this era of PlayStation 3. Many developers are making different gameplay standards from the previous era. The gameplay in PlayStation 3 era is smoother with motion capture, which is the standard in this era. With this gameplay and graphics, the best games on PlayStation 3 are born. For that, here are top 10 PlayStation 3 games of all time. But before that, subscribe to this channel first so you can always get interesting game information from us. The first at number 10 is Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is a game by BioWare released for PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 on January 26, 2010. This game is set in the Milky Way galaxy in the 22nd century with our main character named Commander Shepard. The story in this game begins when our ship is attacked by an alien race called the Collector. Commander Shepard died in the attack, but his body was taken by a group of organization called Cerberus. With the technological advances that Cerberus has, Shepard returns to life and is then immediately assigned to prevent the destruction of mankind. The main genre in this game is RPG combined with a third-person shooter. So, the main focus of this game is the story. Players can choose their dialogue to determine the storyline. Like the Sims game, we can also make our character faces. We can also choose the backstory and skills of our character when starting the game. The battle in this game uses a squad base, which means we will be accompanied by 2 NPC to help us when fighting. The combination of story and action makes this game suitable for RPG lovers or shooter gamers. Then, there is Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriots at number 9. Metal Gear Solid 4 is an exclusive game for PlayStation 3, which was released on June 12, 2008. This game is the 6th game in the Metal Gear series by the famous director Hideo Kojima. The story in this game revolves around 5 years after Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Here, we will play as a Solid Snake, which has now changed his name to an Old Snake because he's old enough to kill his mortal enemy, the Liquid Snake. The gameplay of this game is more focused on stealth than action. There will also be a new feature in the gameplay, namely the Psychometer, which is a psychological meter bar for the characters we play. So, if our Psychometer is full, it will give negative impact to the gameplay. This game is famous for its long cutscenes because one of the cutscenes in this game is 27 minutes long. With the solid gameplay and quality cutscenes, this game deserves to be included in the greatest hits PlayStation 3. On number 8, there is a BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite is a first-person shooter game that was released on March 26, 2013 for PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. The third game in the BioShock series takes a different universe from the previous games. If BioShock 1 and 2 are set on the seabed, now, BioShock Infinite is set in Columbia, the city in the sky. We will be given a setting in 1912 as a Booker DeWitt, who is assigned to find a girl named Elizabeth in a floating city named Columbia. The city of Columbia looks beautiful with a steampunk style decorated with European ornaments. Despite taking a different universe, this game still has the same theme and concept. The gameplay of this game is a first-person shooter with a bit more horror elements than the previous games. What makes this game different from other FPS games is that players can use various powers such as burning enemies with fire, creating shock waves, summoning crows to kill enemies, and others. The gameplay of this unique game is suitable for gamers who are bored with mainstream military-themed FPS games. Next, on number 7 is Batman Arkham City. This game was released on October 18, 2011 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Batman Arkham City brings a new standard for superhero games. Here, we will play as a Batman who will fight various villains such as Two-Face, Dr. Freeze, Harley Quinn, and most importantly, the Joker. According to the title of the game, we will explore an open world called Arkham City. The information displayed in this game is very detailed. Arkham City is described as a dirty city filled with garbage and criminals roaming around the city. The game is played from a third-person perspective with a primary focus on combat, stealth, and exploration. We can use various gadgets such as Batarang to help us in battle and grapnel guns to explore the city. We can also play other characters such as Catwoman, Robin, and others. The many side missions that can be found will make us comfortable to linger in this game. Now, on number 6, there is God of War 3. This game, made by Santa Monica Studio, was released on March 16, 2010, exclusively for PlayStation 3 and then remastered for PlayStation 4. What can we feel when playing this game is the graphics that are improved than the God of War game on PlayStation 2. Even this game is considered to have a graphic quality that exceeds the average of other PlayStation 3 games. We can also feel the increase in the graphics in the battle. The battle looks more brutal and gore, with blood that looks more realistic, especially when we launch a finishing move. The environment and boss battles are bigger, thanks to the hardware owned by PlayStation 3. God of War 3 still has the same gameplay, namely hack and the slash using a fixed angle camera, which makes the gameplay look more cinematic. In terms of the story, God of War 3 is not disappointing. The combination of Greek mythology and stories about Kratos opposing the gods, including his father, will surely make us curious. Anyone who says this game is not great is probably not a gamer or even too scared to play it. Then, there is Assassin's Creed 2 on number 5. This game was released by Ubisoft on November 17, 2009 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC, which was later remastered for PlayStation 4 and Xbox 2. Unlike the previous series, Assassin's Creed 2 discusses the story to the next level. This game tells us about a new character named Ezio Auditore who wants a revenge after his family was killed. Themed in Italy in the Renaissance era, we can explore cities such as Venice, Florence, Forlì, and Tuscany. The most famous thing in the Assassin's Creed series is its parkour. With this parkour, players can climb buildings that others game cannot do. Not only parkour, but the fighting style has also improved. Now, players can take enemy weapons directly in battles that could not be done in previous games. The missions in this game are also more varied, with interesting missions to accompany players in exploring the open world that is free to explore. Because of these many developments, many consider Assassin's Creed 2 to be the best game of all the series. Next, on number 4 is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. The game was released exclusively for the PlayStation 3 on October 13, 2009 and was later released on the PlayStation 4 under the title Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection. This action-adventure game tells the story of Nathan Drake who is looking for treasure. The action in this game is epic, where players will feel like they are in a Hollywood blockbuster movie that is rarely found in other games. Developer Naughty Dog managed to make exotic places and Nepal look stunning in this game. We will be invited to explore the wilderness, Mount Tibet, Buddhist temples, and many others. The gameplay in this game will be divided into three, namely shooting, exploration, and puzzle. The gameplay in this game is not far from the previous game. By using a cover-based shooter, players can hide behind covers when shooting at enemies. Well, of course, Nathan also can climb with the same gameplay mechanics as the Tomb Raider games. Players can only climb certain parts of the map. The puzzles in these games are also bigger and more complicated than the previous games. We can also look into our notebooks to see clues in solving puzzles. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is a very epic game in all aspects. Number 3, there is Grand Theft Auto 5. After completing Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar again made a sequel with the GTA game. The game was released on September 17, 2013 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and later also released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The game of a million people is set in Los Santos, a fictional city inspired by the southern state of California. This game has the largest map among other GTA games, with many variations of places that we can explore, ranging from cities, beaches, forests, mountains, deserts. Everything is here. GTA 5 takes the gameplay to the next level. If previously we could only play one character, now in GTA 5 we can play 3 characters. These 3 characters are named Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. Each character has its uniqueness both in terms of story and gameplay. Like Michael, who can slow down time when shooting, Franklin, who can slow down time while driving, and Trevor, who can make himself bullet invulnerable. All of these character skills make the gameplay fresh and very helpful in carrying out various missions. GTA 5 is a very ambitious game, starting from the map, narrative, to the gameplay that combines 3 characters. No wonder this game is the best-selling game on the PlayStation 3, breaking various records. Now, there is Red Dead Redemption on number 2. Rockstar Games, which is called the king of open world games because of their Grand Theft Auto game, has released Red Dead Redemption on May 18, 2010 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This game is a sequel to Red Dead Revolver, which was released for PlayStation 2. Play as Jack Marston, an ex-criminal whose family is kidnapped by the government in exchange for his services as a hitman. For gamers who are used to play GTA games, you will be familiar when playing in this game. Rockstar managed to create the world of the Wild West in detail, from graphics, lighting, to a soundtrack that makes players feel what it's like to live in the cowboy era. All the things we can do as a cowboys, you can do here, like herding cattle, becoming a bounty hunter, looking for treasure, and others. When it comes to content, this game has everything, starting from playing quests, side quests, mini-games, multiplayer, everything is here. This game allows the player to choose to be a hero who saves everyone from the gangs, or become a villain to kill everyone we meet. That's why Red Dead Redemption is the base game in the action-adventure genre.
I got you. I got you. Come on. Tell me which way.
And number 1 on this list is The Last of Us, another game made by Naughty Dog on this list. Released on June 14, 2013 exclusively for PlayStation 3, which was later remastered for PlayStation 4. from opening to ending, this game has the best story among other PlayStation 3 games. This game tells the story of a man named Joel who is assigned to escort a girl named Ellie to cross the United States when a zombie apocalypse attacks. The zombies in this game come from an outbreak of a mutant fungus called cordyceps that turns humans into cannibal monsters known as infected. Throughout the game, the relationship between Joel and Ellie will grow. At first, they hate each other, but eventually turn into a father and daughter relationship. The dialogue that is displayed is very interesting. Each character is depicted realistically like a real human. In addition to realistic dialogue, graphics and environment will also look very realistic, considering this is a PlayStation 3 game. Many people do not think that the PlayStation 3 will display graphics like this. The gameplay of this game is not much different from Uncharted, which is a cover shooter base combined with a stealth mechanism. There will not be a lot of ammunition that we can find in this game, so players must know when to use stealth and when to use weapons. In this game, there is also a crafting system which makes this game more complex. In a sense, The Last of Us is PlayStation 3 masterpiece that will make player care about every character in the game, even if the character is fictional. So, that is the top 10 PlayStation 3 games of all time. Which one is your favorite? Or do you know which game should be on the list? Write in the comments field below. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like it. Leave a like, comment, and share this video with all of your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for those of you who haven't subscribed to this channel. Bye! See you in the next video.